Welcome back, deep thinkers. Today we're venturing into a dark corner of the human psyche as we unravel the intricate webs of abusive relationships. Did you know that, globally, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have been victims of some form of physical violence by an intimate partner? This staggering statistic underscores the pervasive nature of this issue, one that we often underestimate or overlook. In this exploration, we will delve into 5 types of abusive relationships: physical, emotional, verbal, financial, and sexual abuse. Each of these forms holds its unique implications and challenges, leaving lasting impacts on victims. Now, prepare to dive deep as we explore these troubling dynamics. First on our list, physical abuse. Physical abuse is a pervasive issue that affects countless individuals worldwide. It's defined as the intentional use of physical force to cause harm or injury to another person. This can range from slapping, punching, and kicking to more severe actions like choking or use of weapons. Let's consider this through a psychological lens. A person named Alex is in a relationship with Jordan. Jordan has a tendency to lose control when they argue, often resorting to physical violence. Alex, on the other hand, has started to believe that they deserve this treatment, as Jordan often justifies their actions by blaming Alex for provoking them. This is a classic example of a physically abusive relationship. Now, it's crucial to recognize the signs of physical abuse. They can be evident, like visible injuries or bruises, or more subtle, such as the victim frequently canceling plans at the last minute, or wearing clothing inappropriate for the season to hide injuries. Physical abuse has devastating effects. It's not just the physical pain. The psychological impact is profound. Victims often experience depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. They may feel trapped, helpless, and fear for their safety. But there's always a way out. If you or someone you know is experiencing physical abuse, it's important to seek help. Reach out to local authorities or a trusted person in your life. There are also numerous hotlines and support groups available that provide confidential assistance. In the world of psychology, we often talk about resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. But in the case of physical abuse, it's not just about bouncing back. It's about realizing that you are not to blame, that you deserve respect and kindness, and that help is available. It's crucial to understand that physical abuse is never acceptable. It's a destructive form of control that can leave deep emotional scars. And while the physical wounds may heal over time, the psychological impact can be enduring. Remember, physical scars might heal, but the emotional damage can last a lifetime. Secondly, we delve into emotional abuse. Emotional abuse, also known as psychological abuse, often goes unnoticed as it lacks the visible scars that physical abuse leaves behind. Yet it's equally, if not more damaging. It involves a regular pattern of verbal offense, threats, bullying, and constant criticism, as well as more subtle tactics like intimidation, shaming, and manipulation. Imagine a scenario. A husband constantly belittles his wife, making derogatory comments about her appearance, intelligence, and capabilities. He blames her for his unhappiness and failures, making her feel worthless. This is emotional abuse. The signs of emotional abuse can be subtle, often because the abuser might use tactics of manipulation, making the victim question their own perception of reality. This is known as gaslighting. The victim may experience decreased self-esteem, anxiety, depression, and even start to believe the belittling comments. The effects are profound. Emotional abuse can lead to a series of mental health issues, including depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and suicidal ideation. It can erode a person's sense of self-worth, leading to feelings of helplessness, guilt, and humiliation. However, one should not despair. There are ways to seek help. Firstly, recognizing the signs of emotional abuse is the initial step towards healing. It's important to understand that no one deserves to be mistreated. Seeking professional help from a mental health professional can provide the tools to escape the cycle of abuse. Support groups are another valuable resource. They provide a safe environment to share experiences and learn from others who have gone through similar situations. And remember, it's okay to reach out to trusted friends or family members. They can provide emotional support and help you take steps towards escaping the abusive situation. Lastly, consider contacting a local domestic violence hotline. They can provide immediate assistance and guide you towards resources tailored to your specific situation. Emotional abuse can be subtle, yet its effects can be devastating. But with recognition, support, and professional help, no one has to endure it alone. Next, we examine verbal abuse. Often overlooked because it doesn't leave physical scars, verbal abuse is a pervasive and damaging form of mistreatment. It takes the form of harsh words, insults, humiliation, or verbal threats, chipping away at the victim's self-esteem and sense of worth. Imagine a scenario where a person is constantly criticized, belittled, or yelled at by their partner. They're told they're worthless, stupid, or unlovable. This is a classic example of verbal abuse. It's important to understand that everyone deserves respect and kindness, and no one should endure such treatment. Recognizing the signs of verbal abuse is crucial. It's not just about offensive words, but also includes constant criticism, blaming, shaming, and manipulation. These can lead to severe emotional distress, resulting in anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. The effects of verbal abuse can be devastating, but remember, help is available. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or professional support organizations. You're not alone, and there are resources available to assist you in breaking free from an abusive situation. Verbal abuse is often dismissed because, unlike physical abuse, it leaves no visible marks. But always remember, words can be as damaging as physical blows. They can shatter self-esteem, erode mental health, and leave deep emotional scars that can take a lifetime to heal. Words can cut deeper than any knife. Fourth, we look at financial abuse. Now, we all understand money's role in our lives. It's a means to survival, comfort, and sometimes even happiness. But when it becomes a tool for manipulation and control, we enter the dark territory of financial abuse. So what exactly is financial abuse? It's a form of mistreatment where one person uses money to control or exploit another. It's not always obvious, not always as clear-cut as physical or verbal abuse, but its effects can be just as devastating, if not more. Imagine this scenario. A woman, let's call her Jane, is married to a man who controls all their finances. He gives her an allowance for groceries and essentials, scrutinizing every purchase she makes. He doesn't allow her to work or have her own bank account. Jane's husband is financially abusing her, using money as a weapon to control and isolate her. So, what are the signs of financial abuse? It could be anything from restricting access to money to sabotaging employment opportunities to running up large amounts of debt without your knowledge. The effects? Well, they can be debilitating. It can lead to poverty, homelessness, and can severely impact mental health. So, if you're stuck in such a situation, how do you seek help? Start by educating yourself about personal finance. Reach out to supportive friends, family, or a financial advisor. Look for employment opportunities, even if they're small to start with, and most importantly, speak up. There are organizations and hotlines out there ready to offer assistance. Financial abuse is about power and control, and it's more common than you might think. But remember, knowledge is power, and with the right support, it's possible to break free from the chains of financial abuse. Lastly, sexual abuse. This is characterized by forcing or coercing someone into unwanted sexual activities, often by someone who is in a position of control or power. Let's take a real-life example. Imagine a person who is constantly pressured by their partner to engage in sexual activities they are not comfortable with. This is a clear case of sexual abuse. The signs can be subtle, and they may include feeling uncomfortable with the level of sexual activity in the relationship or feeling pressured to perform certain sexual acts. The effects can be both physical and psychological, leading to traumas that may require professional help to overcome. If you find yourself in this situation, it's crucial to know that there are resources available. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or professional organizations designed to provide support and assistance. Remember, no one should ever violate your personal boundaries. These forms of abuse are sadly more common than we'd like to think. We've journeyed through the dark corridors of physical, emotional, verbal, financial, and sexual abuse, shedding light on their profound impacts. These forms of mistreatment often go unnoticed, hidden behind the curtains of everyday interactions. Yet they leave deep scars that may take a lifetime to heal. Recognizing these signs is crucial, not just for ourselves, but for those around us. It is our responsibility to stay vigilant, to question the norm when it seems unjust, and to offer a helping hand when we notice these signs in others' lives. If you or someone you know is suffering, there are resources available. Reach out to local authorities or contact organizations like the National Domestic Violence Hotline for help. Understanding is the first step towards change. Share this knowledge to help others. Let's work together to create a safer, kinder world for all. Deep thinkers, your engagement matters. Your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions help spread crucial awareness about abusive relationships. Let's foster understanding together. Thank you for watching, Deep Thinkers. Stay safe, stay aware.